Oh my gosh, I'm like repping hardcore. I'm just walking around here in oversized t-shirts. I was smoking. I just went to the dispensary, but I'm not sure if you can smoke on live. Probably not. I think it knows that I'm trying to smoke because it says community guidelines. So I just came on here to see if anybody wanted to chit chat, talk about Lollapalooza. So much happened. I hate being that person. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not that person. I don't think that I'm like cool for going, guys. Like, I'm past the prime of like giving a fuck. We truly went for the music. We didn't go to make friends. We didn't go to impress anybody. We did make some friends. The people who go there are relatively cool. I was reading some forums and some people were a little pissed off with the crowd. I guess some people were getting into it, but we didn't have any problems. But I wanted to tell you guys about it before I forget. I did lose my voice from seeing the boys. As you may know, if you've been following me, huge avid fan of Catrell and Pacao. I keep saying Pacao. Paco. He's so funny. I keep telling you guys how he looks like Lady Gaga. Everyone thinks so because I saw this interview of him and Catrell was like, if you could be anybody else in the world, who would it be? And he goes like this, Lady Gaga. So cute. But yeah, it's crazy because they're helping me learn Spanish, right? Like, I'm not fluent in Spanish, believe it or not. If you've been here, you know the stories, you know how everything goes. But they're helping me learn Spanish, and I realize they're not really talking about anything deep and philosophical. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very surface level music. You know what I mean? It was funny because on the big screen, they were using translation, and all of a sudden you just hear Jonathan go, Jesus. And then you read the screen and it said something about like, let's just say the boys love the booty. They love the culo. And then if you don't know what culo is, just reference Pitbull. Tremendo culo. Culo. If you don't speak Spanish, that's when you learned what culo meant. So they're all about like eating the culo. That's basically what all their music is about. But they were so cool to see. Like, it's not even about what they're saying, y'all. It's about their energy, okay? We need to talk about Dominic Fike. Bruh. I'm not even reading your chats right now. I'm so mad about this, okay? I'm going to tell you guys about it. I don't care if I'm that annoying ass person. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. Let's go back to the year 2018. I find all these artists through the algorithm. Like, my algorithm usually just does me well. And I think it was like right before or right after Mac Miller died. Like, if you look at my page, it says I've been here since 2018. I was just starting to watch stuff. Like, I had avoided YouTube all of my life until 2018. Because, buddy, let me tell you, that's when I found out about the rabbit hole. And I went down the rabbit hole. But it was a good rabbit hole. And anyway, I find Dominic Fike through, I think it was Brockhampton. And you see this kid who's, what's the word? I can never say the word. Enigmatic, just a vibrant person. He's doing backflips in the hills of Cali. He's having a good old time. He's this beautiful guy with this like big old smile, like just this essence, you know. He does remind me a lot of Mac Miller. Very, very talented man. I mean, the man is talented, okay? Talented. And I thought, I have to stay to see what it's all about. I'm never going to see this guy again. Apparently, the last time he toured was like 3 years ago, which makes a lot of sense because he was supposedly nervous. No, y'all. He was on something. Okay, speculation, allegedly. I've never been good. Bitch just called me, bro. You guys, this is how you know you're doing well. I've been telling you guys about how I used to work at this pet store, a really famous pet store. And this freaking manager of mine who was like, no matter what happens, we're always going to be friends. And I had been thinking about her. And I'm like, why hasn't she hit me up? You know, whatever. Bro, the second I forget about, they come back out the woodwork. and I'm on live with y'all, and she calls, and then she's gonna think that I hit decline because I don't want to talk to her. I did want to talk to her, but you guys are important right now. Like, why does that happen? Way to cut off the story of Dominic Fike. Okay, anyways, my heart's like racing right now. It's like hearing from an ex. Ooh, you guys, you just got to see real life shit. Like, what the hell was that? Ooh, I'm like shaking. Okay, so anyway, Dominic Fike. I've never been good at telling when somebody's on drugs or not, okay? For all of I've never been good about telling anything about people. My gaydar is off, like everything's off. Like, I don't know what people are about. Like, first impressions are not everything, okay? Let me tell you that, in good and bad ways. Goes for me too, okay? So anyway, I've always been like backwards about everything. Like, even on tests, if how you're supposed to go with your first answer, I always chose the other one, and then it was never right. So I've always been backwards about shit. So anytime that I thought that somebody's not on drugs, they've been on drugs. Anytime I thought somebody was not on drugs, they've been on drugs, right? But I feel like as I get older, I'm like learning more and more and more. Let me show you Bear right now. No, I can't. No, let me see my address. But bruh, Dominic. Okay, it was nerves. His talent superseded everything, overshadowed everything. It didn't matter what was going on behind closed doors. But you know when somebody's going through something because you can just tell through their energy, bro. Like, whatever's going on the inside reflects the outside. And Jonathan and I just look at each other and we're like, what's going on? Like, it was just a really weird thing. And to top it off, there was an EDM concert right across the way. And for whatever reason, I lost my voice. For whatever reason, you couldn't hear Dominic from all the way in the back. So I couldn't even hear what this guy was going on tangents about. He kept just going on tangents. He was tripping on stage. Jonathan said he for sure saw him throw up on stage at one point, and I had just so happened to look away. So I'm like, Jonathan, like, we waited this whole time. Like, we waited till 4 days. It was the fourth day on Sunday. We wanted to leave like 3 hours before. And we're like, no, we're going to stay for Dominic Fike. We're staying for Dominic Fike. And then there was a band called Still Woozy after him. You guys, everything. No, I don't have kids. I don't think I want them. If it happens, it happens. But apparently 36, you're at like a maternal advanced age for a bunch of issues. So I actually just thought about that today. I've never seen myself having a child. Like, it'd be cool to have like a little mini me, but I just saw my whole future as like, I'm good without having kids. Like, I'm 1000% okay with it, but I would be a great mom. I would be a great mom. I don't know. But yeah, so he doesn't even perform 3 nights. 3 nights is like one of his biggest songs. He doesn't play Hit Me Up, which is not like one of his biggest songs, but it's still a big song. Like, I was fairly disappointed, but I don't know what he was going through. Like, he was shaggy. He wasn't like doing well, you know? And I'm just like, what the heck is this kid going through? And then he brings his kid out on stage, which none of us knew he had a kid. So now we all know he has a kid. The kid was freaking adorable, you know? Adorable. But he brings him out at the end. He doesn't even say bye. He disappears. He comes back, brings the kid out. Oh, when he disappeared, it said, please be quiet, baby's on stage. Like, what, for real? He brings the baby out. Cutest freaking baby. Oh my God, he was like mixed and like big old eyes, and the kid had no idea what was going on. He's like singing to him on a little piano. The kid has little ear things, protectors on. And I'm like, what is going on? But it was so cute, it didn't matter. Then he leaves. Just leaves with the kid. And then the screen goes, no thank you, but it says no comma thank you, so it was supposed to say like, no thank you. I felt like I got blue balled. I was so disappointed. Like, I was looking for disappointments the entire weekend. Like, I was really expecting Remy Wolf not to be good. If you guys have never heard of Remy Wolf, I'm gonna put you on food, music, and travel, okay? We're growing up together. And I realized like how passionate I am about food, how passionate I am about music. Like, I'm gonna put you guys on this stuff. Remy Wolf was absolutely sensational. That woman has so much energy and light, and she was performing at the Bud Light stage with the sun going down. I took a few videos. I'm posting for y'all. And she was just so awesome. Like, my heart is racing in the best way thinking about it. Like, she was awesome. Tanner, Adele. I usually don't like country music. She was so good. She's like a mix of pop, country, and she was just 2 stars that said press play on her tits. And then on her coochie, it said, do you like country music? I was like, this woman's amazing. And then she wrote a song about a girl at a grocery store. And she was like, at the end, she's like, she was hot. She was hot. Oh my God. Oh, and then after Dominic Fike was done, which, mind you, we were waiting the whole time for Dominic. Could have just left. I was so exhausted at that point, you guys. I like lost my voice. I didn't want to be there anymore. It was getting super crowded because guess who's going on after Dominic Fike? Sabrina Carpenter, who I've respected always. It's just not my thing. It's past my generation. Like, it's not my thing. So I was like, we gotta get the hell out of here before Sabrina Carpenter. There's been people posting up here since 10 a.m. There's been people hiding in the bushes behind Lakeshore Drive in the lake waiting for her for like a week. Okay? We're getting out of here before that. But Still Woozy was playing, who randomly showed up in our algorithm. Hey, Elaine. Oh my God. And then he was awful. We only stayed for a song and a half. And then he started, like, I think he was on one too. I don't know. I have nothing against it, obviously. I think if I was an artist, I'd be fucked up on stage too. I think it'd give me more balls to go out on stage, honestly. Like, I've done things better drunk in my life. So I fully get it. But this man starts, like, rubbing and shaking his ass to a song that just doesn't even make sense to, like, rub and shake your ass to. Like, I felt so uncomfortable. And I was like, Jonathan, let's get the fuck out of here. But we made it out alive. Let me tell you, my intrusive thoughts were going. I was at a high anxiety. I thought a million different things that could go wrong. My heart was palpitating. I think I had one full panic attack, a half panic attack. I just kept telling myself everything was gonna be okay. I'm fully divinely protected. And then, you guys, I know this is not gonna be a big deal, but this is such a big deal to me. I knew it was in the right place at the right time because we were running back to the car on the third night, which was Saturday. And it's a little sketchy over there, you know what I'm saying? And we're like right by the parking garage. I find $20 on the floor, which might not be a lot to you guys, but the last time I found money on the floor like that, like $20, was back in grammar school when I was with my stepdad, who's like the light of Jesus, Bob Ross, Fred Rogers motherfucker, like holier than thou. And he was like trying to show me an example of I don't know what. And I was like, Dad, look, there's $20. He picks it up and he asked the person in front of us if it was his. And what do you think the guy said? Even if it wasn't his, he was still gonna take it. I was so mad. I was like, why didn't you just take the 20? So for over 20 years, I didn't find $20. And I found $20. I can't even talk. And I thought it was a joke. I thought somebody was pranking me. You know, you ever see those things online with the videos of like, you hear people, like, again, mine goes to the worst case scenario of like strings being attached to it or like somebody trying to rob you. Bro, I was trying to pick that shit up. It wasn't grabbing. Like, I just couldn't grab it, but I thought it was like stuck to the floor. And I grabbed that shit, monkey handled it, and ran to the garage. Like, I was like a Powerpuff Girl, bro. And I ran to the garage. I was like, $20? Are you serious? Oh my God. I was so elated. I still think it's a joke. But I was like, okay. God's telling me it's going to be okay. Wait, what? Elaine? Don't scare me like that. I'm just excited. I'm like, and I was smoking too. All right, y'all. I need Elaine to explain yourself right now. Right, Mrs. Augustine? Wait, but wait, why are you saying that? Is it because I was like talking fast and like not? I promise you wait, why do you think something's going on with my heart? Don't do that. I'm a hypochondriac. So explain yourself and I'll listen. Thank you for making it to the live, Mrs. Augustine. Yes, this is live. Hola, hola. Girl, where you at? Chicago. Elaine, if you're not here, you need to come back. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. I just thought like you were seeing like signs of me like dying or something. No, you know what? You may have something wrong with your heart. I go into AF. Wait, a full blown. I'm slow, bro. What is it? I go into AFIB when I have a panic attack. Wait, so I didn't know that panic attacks were linked to like a possible heart condition. Yeah, I mean, it definitely could. You know what, though? I definitely believe that your emotions have an effect on your body. And I've been reading all about that for years and like the spirituality and all that stuff. And I've just been so high strung. And I don't want to say that I've been traumatized, but I've experienced a lot of things that are not normal. And for those of you that may not know, my brother passed away like 16 to 18 years ago now from alleged suicide. He was potentially murdered, but so that was traumatic. Don't mean to trauma dump on you guys. But yeah, I'm not the victim. I'm just trying to like figure out like what's going on with me because my heart be racing, like my mind's go, like intrusive thoughts. But yeah, I have so much anxiety. I get a lot of it from my mom too. Like everything just goes to like worst case scenario for sure. But yes, I will try. You know what though? I get so discouraged with doctors. I need to tell you guys about my experiences with doctors, but you know how they always say like the standard, like when you hear stories about them not believing women, like I know they don't believe anybody really, not all the time. I know you can find good doctors, but I've been like literally gaslit by my doctors who like tell me nothing's wrong with me. And you know, you'll get blood work done and you have everything done and things will come back normal, but like semi not normal, but they don't know what's wrong with you, but they don't have any concerns about it. And I'm like, well, can you just get me to a specialist? They're like, no, there needs to be something wrong with you in order to get to a specialist. And you know, I would just talk to people. I remember my gynecologist scarred me for life because I was telling her that my implant was causing me issues and she didn't believe me. And then I think that she was racist. I have no proof of that, but just based off my experience, like how I was seeing her like treat like other people who were like her massive clientele, and my best friend said like she was the best or whatever. Like I remember she said, she was like, what do you know? Like you're not a doctor. And I was like, don't patronize me. I was like, I might not be a doctor, but I know how to talk to people and like be empathetic. But when she took that shit out, she like yanked it out of me. That shit hurt, and I was so mad. I never went back to her. But yeah, I think I went through like a break of not seeing doctors, and then I went to doctors back to back to back. And then I feel like I was just looking for things, and I thought that if I found something, it was because I was looking for something. And now I'm going through a break again, which I know I'll go back, but it's all about insurance and all that stuff. And I just have to take my time and do my research. So thank you for your suggestion. I'm going to look into that for sure. Hi, garlic lover. I have a friend named Yuri. You guys, I just went on like a whole tangent from talking about Dominic Fike. But yeah, I did have a little bit of mini panic attacks, but we did get through it, and we did see a lot of good people. I just really feel like it was overcrowded. I mean, that goes without saying, right? Yeah, that goes without saying that Lollapalooza was crowded. And supposedly they let up to 120 people per day. I don't believe that. I definitely believe it was like nearing at least 200,000, at minimum 150. I think if they let less people in per day, you know, like 50 to even 80,000, maybe even 100,000 tops, it would be way better, but it was just way too crowded. I was showing you guys, trying to show you guys a little bit of live about T-Pain. I didn't realize so many people love T-Pain. I was not in the front, but I was like semi in the middle, and someone sends a picture of how many people there were. You guys, that's when I started having my first panic attack, because when we were walking out of there, we were going against the grain. It was like a big circle, so everybody was going this way and we were going this way, which was a smart thing to do, but we were just not moving, and it's so scary. I have anxiety after losing my dad so bad too, but my hubby helps me level out, especially with my doctor appointments with my blood clots. Wow, that's so good that you have like such a good support system. How did you even find out about your blood clots too? You know, I be thinking I having those too. Like I just be thinking like everything's wrong with me. You know, I have nothing but love for you, Lauren. For sure, Elaine. I appreciate your concern. And honestly, it's probably like a sign to like go do it anyway. But hopefully I find a good doctor to like who will refer me to a specialist. Because like I said, if they don't see anything wrong in the original blood work, so dumb. My hubby helps me too, but sometimes I rule the roast. That was me though. That was me with Jonathan. And I realized so much that I was so grateful for having Jonathan. You know, sometimes he gets frustrated with me because I'm frustrated, but then we work it out. And, you know, I tell him, I'm like, it's not about you. I don't mean to take it out on you. And, you know, sometimes you just see like you're just trying to do better, and it's like not okay for you to take out things on other people just because you know they're going to take it. That's like one of the realest shits I ever said. This lady that I used to work with, she had told me that we were going to stay friends, all this stuff. And she had called me while we were on live. And I'm pretty sure she probably thinks that I declined the call because I don't want to talk to her. But the timing of it all, you guys. Yo, what is this live stream about? Kind of confused. I just popped in. We're just talking and ranting about different variation of things. But essentially, Lollapalooza, I went for 4 days. It was the first time I went for 4 days. I only went once before for one artist, Childish Gambino in 2018. Just showed up for that one set and left, and it was great. I never thought I would go for 4 days in a crowd of 120,000 per day. Just talking about getting through anxieties and panic attacks and possible health issues and the traumas that we've experienced and the people that we've lost in our lives that may have something to do with like whatever health stuff that we're going through. Yes, it's great that you have communication. Air. I'm sorry about the cricket noises. I am a Libra, so that may have to do with air. I have smoky smoke, but I don't want to get banned. I already smoked. I want to show you guys Bear. This is my dog. He loves the yard. Hello. Say hi, Bear. You guys, I promise you, I never thought that, see, Elaine, that's why we get along. I never thought that I would have a big ass pit bull, okay? I don't even see him as that big anymore, but when we got him, he was 115 pounds. He is now 90 pounds. We got him down to 70. And I ended up with this anxiety-ridden ball of energy. He's not a ball of energy, Bear. But I understand him because I don't know what he's been through. And I know he has traumas as well. Like, you can't say that dogs don't have, like, things that they've experienced because he has separation anxiety. Like, he's not vicious at all. He doesn't, like, bark or anything. He has, like, a huge heart, big softy. Like, pitties are such sweethearts. And he just cries all the time. He doesn't bark, but he cries all the time. And then it gives me anxiety. He gets anxiety because I have anxiety. So we're just anxiety balls together. So it's always the one you least expect. Let me tell you, it's a metaphor because, oops. Okay. Oh yeah, you were telling me about your boxer boy. I'm sure he's sweet. My legs swelled up like an elephant and started turning blue. Oh my God. So do they ever go away? They don't go away, like they can't operate you and just take it out? Elaine, do you know what your other signs are? I think I have Libra, Gemini, and Pisces in my chart. What's the name of your boxer? My best friend last week shot himself because his coach for football said he was a worthless piece of shit. Oh my God, that is so sad. I'm so sorry. That like made my heart hurt. Damn, how old was he? I hope that the coach gets like in trouble and shit. Like, you don't realize like the shit that you say to people can really affect them. That hurts. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine. That's even more fucked up. You guys. That's so crazy. You know, my brother allegedly killed himself in 2008. Do the math. I'm not good at math. It was a while ago. And suicide wasn't that like known back then, I guess. I don't want to sound ignorant, but you know what I'm trying to say. And since then, in the past whatever amount of time, it has risen up so much. And it has everything to do with the state of the world, and what people are saying to each other. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, sending prayers your way. Damn. We're here for you. Shiloh. See, you never know what somebody's going through or what somebody's been through or what they're going to go through. And I think at the end of the day, it's all about, like, I don't mean to sound cliche and shit, but, like, this is common sense stuff. Like, it's all about compassion and empathy. And I think, like, in any situation, in anything you experience in day-to-day life, when you're not getting that from other people, even in just certain interactions, and you have to, like, try not to take it personal, you don't know what somebody else is going through. Don't let your traumas overcome you. You have to overcome your traumas. Sending you the best wishes. See, it's all about community, guys. That's what it is like, we just have to talk to each other and send respect and love to one another, and just understand that we're all going through our own thing, and it doesn't help with everything going on in the world. I mean, do y'all see that Mother Earth is ticked off at us? If it ain't somebody up there hitting a button, like, it's telling us, like, we gotta change some shit. Then the next week, my girlfriend cheated on his brother. Then his brother jumped out of a cliff, and now he survived. Now in a coma. You've been going through it, man. I'm so sorry. Sometimes, like, the environment you're around, like, that you can't help be around, really impacts you. My brother Baxter was named Shanana. Sorry if I can't pronounce that. And we called him Doa. I had a surgery and a stent put in, and I have to take blood thinners. See? That's so messed up. Like, there should be free healthcare for everybody. That's why I'd be thinking about moving to Portugal or somewhere in Europe. I know the grass ain't always greener, but shit. I think everybody should have the right to free housing in a perfect world, free healthcare, and, healthy relationships. Because if everyone was out here in a healthy relationship getting laid, I think it'd be a lot of a better place. That's my preach for the day. Oh my God, send them off. Can I moderate you? All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go anyway. So thanks for being on duty. I'm gonna figure that out. I'll see y'all next time.